Hi everyone, I'm back to share with you some things that I made for another challenge that I'm in, and this challenge is for Dee, and Dee's YouTube channel is Elegant Embellishments, and she has also a store, so I'll leave a link below for her video to the challenge and a link to her store. And so Dee is so sweet. She's always doing these build your stashes videos and challenges, and it's just such a great way to help someone build up their supply of things. And this one is for flowers, so she's asking for 3 handmade flowers, and the flowers shouldn't be bigger than 4.5 inches, round, and 1.5 inches thick. So let me get started here and show you what I came up with. So this one, which is kind of shabby looking, has it starts off with a doily on the back, and then I have a layer of muslin fabric, and then it has little petals in here that I've clipped out of some lace fabric that I had, and then I have a couple of doilies that I've layered there, and then the button, which is a covered button, I covered it out of the same muslin that I've used in the flower, and then I've got some little pearls that are tucked in here and there, and so that one's kind of on the shabby side, so that's one. And then the next one, and that one was in mostly, it's kind of a light cream color. This one is a little bit darker cream, and it starts off with a doily, and then it has a crocheted cotton trim there and a very delicate little lace right here that I've gathered. And then it has a white doily connector, and then under that, right there in the center, it has one of those little rolled flowers, little handmade rolled flowers, roses that I made and put in the center of that. And then the next one, this one is in all white, starts off with a doily, and then it has this beautiful, it's a tulle embroidered lace trim, and then another cotton lace trim that I've gathered there. And then I have an appliqued flower here, and then a flat back pearl in the center there. And then this one, another white one, and it starts off with a doily, and then it has a cotton crocheted trim, and then there's a little delicate lace right there. There's another little delicate lace there, and then it has a doily here in the center, and then some dangles, and it also has a button, and on top of the button I've added this cabochon, this little rose cabochon. So that's probably my thickest one, and it's probably 1 inch thick. And then the last one is this tiny little one that I made. As a white doily on the back, and then a pink doily, and then a little delicate tulle embroidered lace, and then another little pink delicate lace there, and then a white doily connector, and then this is a wedding button that I've colored to put in the center. And then to put them in, I made this, or I decorated this bag, and I found these bags at the Container Store, and I was surprised when I was walking around and they're looking for something else that they carry these canvas bags, but I like the size. It's like a 5 by 5 size, and I just bought, a few of them. I didn't buy very many. And then the picture is very faint, but there is a lady right there in the center, and then I've just embellished around it with flowers that I've clipped out of some lace that I have, and different ones that I've clipped from different things, and just kind of built the embellishments all around it using snippets of different things. And then I've got some dangling flower trim here, and then underneath that I have this really pretty loopy fringe that's hanging down. And then on the back I've just decorated it with this beautiful little flower applique, and then went around it with some cotton trim there. So all of them will fit in this bag. It's a little bit snug, but they will all go in there. And that is my entry for the challenge. And as I mentioned, Dee is such a sweet lady. She's not keeping any of the flowers. Every flower that she receives for the entry, will all go into the giveaway, and so she's not keeping any for herself. So I wanted to make some for her. I don't know if she needs any flowers, but while I was at it, I thought I would just continue and make some for her. So this one is kind of done in a cream color, and the doily on the back is one that I crocheted, and then it has a layer of chiffon fabric and then a tiny little delicate lace there, and then it has one of those little loopy dimensional flowers for the center. And then the next one, this one starts with this is a crochet trim, and I've just put a little felt circle on the back, and then it has a cream colored doily there, and then it has an eyelet lace, and then a gold tulle there, and then an applique and a button there. And then the next one is this one. It has a white doily on the back, and it has a velvet petals that I've made from some velvet fabric that I have. And then on top of those, I have this little delicate tulle and embroidered lace, and then there's a tiny little white doily, and then that pretty little bling in the center. And then the next one, this one has a white doily, and it has the velvet fabric that I've gathered. It has chiffon fabric, and then it has a lace trim that I've gathered, and then I've added a button in the center. And then the last one is this tiny one here, which has a white doily on the back, the chiffon fabric, and a very pretty little tulle trim that has a little satiny edge on the trim on the edge of it there. And then the center has a pretty little tiny little applique flower with a flat back pearl in it. So those are the flowers I'll send as a hostess gift. And then, you know, I'm trying to make cards. I said every time I joined a challenge, I was going to try and send a card along. Well, I decided to do a tag this time instead of a card. And so I started off with a little bit of seam binding so she can hang it if she liked to. And then that beautiful image of that lady with the pink flowers in her hair. And then I just went around it with a little bit of bridal applique, a little bit of lace down this side. I have another little piece of a bridal applique here at the bottom. And then I've made a tiny little flower, and underneath that is a flower applique, a bridal trim. It's not a trim, sorry, a bridal applique that I cut apart and used the flower underneath. And then a flat back pearl in the center. And then I've used some dangle lace that I had to go behind that bridal piece there. And then on the back, I've used, you've seen me use this fabric before on other projects, and I just love it. And it has the pretty little pink and white flowers on it. And so I've just made a pocket out of it and went around the edge with a little bit of trim. And then I made a little tag which has a note on the other side for Dee. So that will be my hostess gift for Dee, and that is it for now. So I'll be back shortly. I have another project for another challenge that I'm in, and I'll share that one with you too. But that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and please go by and join in if you can on Dee's challenge. So take care, guys. Bye.